Calgary, when hundreds of attendees, clad in Wranglers and cowboy hats, pour onto the Stampede grounds for the 10-day celebration this July, something will be missing. There won't be people heading for the north end of the BMO Centre, toward the festival's biggest party, nor will there be the long lineups that sometimes snake around the building. The Cowboys Stampede beer tent won't be set up in its usual place on the north side of the BMO Centre this Calgary Stampede, Vince TALOTTA, file, Toronto Star. That's because there won't be the iconic Cowboys beer tent there at all. Last week, $166.6 million of additional funds for the BMO Centre expansion project, which will see the convention centre double in size, were secured thanks to the federal government. But construction of Phase 1 of the project lands exactly on the site that used to host the tent, and it's set to start this spring. Cowboys were well aware right from day one that it was actually a temporary location, said Warren Connell, CEO of the Calgary Stampede. He added plans for the expansion have been in the works since the tent first set up behind the center in 2010. The Cowboys tent is a 10-day whirl of concerts, dancing, and drinking. It draws in thousands of guests each night. Several food trucks are usually set up within the gated-off tent area, and the nightly fireworks from the nearby Stampede Grandstand show can easily be viewed outside the tent's awning. It sits to the south of the Cowboys Casino, which holds the Cowboys Dance All Year-Round nightclub. Read more. Alberta's small brew industry stampeding onto festival scene. How the Calgary Stampede handles all that animal poop. Oil prices, Alberta election call cloud stampede chuck wagon auction expectations. But so far, there has been no word on where Cowboys plans to relocate the popular tent and its musical festival, or if there will be a tent at all this year. There are tickets on sale for shoot passes to the music festival and First Friday, which currently list the dance hall and Cowboys Casino as the venue for this year. Star Calgary reached out to Penny Lane Entertainment Group, which owns the nightclub, but did not hear back. Calls to Cowboys Stampede and Music Festival marketing team were also unanswered. But there won't be any room for the independent and massive operation to relocate onto the busy Stampede grounds, to relocate Cowboys tent onto Stampede Park. Doesn't really work for programming needs, Connell said. The tent organizers could have issues finding a new home elsewhere, too. Peter Oliver, co-founder of the Beltline Neighborhoods Association, said as the operators of the beer tent are sniffing around for a new spot, he's wary of the idea of it moving to his community, though he hasn't seen any formal proposals or plans for that yet. I think major concerns are that a tent of this size, and this kind of event, is not really complementary to the vision that's being proposed for this area, which is a mixed residential and entertainment business district. Oliver said, it's a little bit of a slap in the face to the businesses that operate here 365 days a year, like the bars and drink spots and restaurants that have to slug it out on, you know, a Wednesday night in January, he said. And when a really busy season comes around, like the Stampede, if the city were to approve a big tent like this, I think that would be detrimental to those businesses. The relocation of the tent, which has been right outside the Stampede grounds for just under 10 years, might also be disappointing and inconvenient for the loyal Cowboys tent fans. Elizabeth Odette, 19, said she experienced the Cowboys tent last year for the first time, and she returned at least 2 more nights during the Calgary Stampede. The tent is just different, Odette said. Everyone is there for Stampede. You can go to the club anytime you want, but you can only go to the tent 10 days out of the year. The tent's relocation will be a bit of a letdown, Odette said. Mostly we would go to Stampede for a few hours, do the loop, whatever, see the rodeo, and then at night, the tent is right there, she said. It's a 2-minute walk. The proximity was perfect. Amy Tucker is a reporter, photographer with Star Calgary. Follow her on Twitter, at Amy_journalist. Report and air journalistic standards about the Star top stories, delivered to your inbox. New NEWSLETTERHEADLINESSIGN up.